Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Simply Forex. Trader Tom here. I hope your
chart, mate.
Sorry, technical issues. It should be there.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, apologies, technical issues. That voice was the editor. He does exist. He's not a fiction of my imagination. So there you go, guys. I think that's the first time we've heard the editor's voice. But my chart, good. We can see my chart. You can hear me. Great, lovely, amazing, super. Yeah, welcome, guys. Welcome to the live stream. I'm with you for the next 40 minutes or so. So, yeah, don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like. Come say hello. Yeah, just get involved, guys. Yeah, like I say, you're all here to learn and, you know, ask questions. So anything to do with trading, right? It could be money and risk management. It could be strategy. It could be a currency pair you're looking at. It could be psychology. It could be which session you trade. It could be support and resistance. Anything you like, guys, right? Ask away. I will endeavor to answer all of them. We're going to start by showing you a trade that I am in. And then, like I say, guys, we'll take all of your questions. Before we do, also, the editor has put a little poll on the live chat as well. And the poll today is, if your trading style was a movie genre, what would it be? Would it be action-packed, a comedy of errors, thriller with surprises, or drama with slow twists? And I actually answered this, guys. Can anyone guess what mine was? Mine was a drama with slow twists. It's a crap drama is how I would describe mine. I wouldn't describe it as a drama. Mine's more like a, you know, a dull documentary. I just do this. The editor sound effects getting better. Yeah, just a dull documentary. I just do the same thing every day, rinse and repeat. Yeah, if mine was a film, you would be bored out of your head. Right, there you go. So yeah, don't be afraid, guys. Answer the poll. McFlave, morning. How are you? Fapello, how are you, Fapello? Colin, William, how are we, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Now, let's start with a trade that I'm in, guys, and it is US dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, so this trade for me still has a bit of room to move into, right? We're clearly in an uptrend. We got a bit of resistance here, right? But we eventually broke that resistance. So that is like a continuation of trend, right? We got a bullish candle here, and also like yesterday's wick, right? Just the wick of this candle. Obviously, the candle is red. I can see that. But the wick is telling me buyers are in at that level. Okay, so I still think we have, you know, well, we definitely do. We have room to the upside. The question really is, does it want to come down further before it comes up, right? So I'm seeing a buying opportunity. If we look at the H4, right, it's in an uptrend as well. Okay, you can see, yeah, I'm going to include that as well, right? So these lows through here never broke, right? And then price shot up, and this is where we're at currently, right? We're in a uptrend, if not a bit of a range. Okay, now I will trade a range if it's a uptrend stroke range, right? And if it's an uptrend stroke range, I will trade the bottom of the range, you know, upwards, right? And what I also like, guys, is this. I really like the fact that the moving average 20 is catching up with price, you know, and we've got this key support level here as well. What price might want to do is just come down a little bit further, touch that moving average 20, and then we get a big bullish candle like this. All right, I'm already in this trade, but it might still want to do that. Right, my stop's down here somewhere. So we'll see, guys. But yeah, that's the only trade I'm in. I'm still in CAD yen, and I've been in Canadian dollar yen for about 12 years now. And I really want to see a break of this high with CAD yen. This is the H4 chart, and we were in an uptrend, right? So I was thinking happy days. Yeah, this is coming up, but you know, trading is trading. Price come down, was then in a downtrend. My stop's below here. And now we're kind of seeing price, you know, well, are we seeing price forming a higher low? Yeah. So what I need to see is a nice bullish candle break through this level through here, guys. All right. And that sort of confirms this as a low, right? If we get this scenario, okay. Yeah, if we get that, we're then getting higher highs, higher lows, and the uptrend is confirmed. All right, so still in this trade, but been in this trade for, like I say, about 12 years now. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. I've been in it a long time. And that's it, guys, right? And I just want to make a point that the markets have been, you know, a little bit tricky, right? You know, we're seeing an uptrend and we're trying to follow H4 trend with that daily uptrend. And we're just having a lot of structure breaks happen on us. So it has been tricky conditions, right? It's been a tricky month so far, but we've still got 2 weeks of this month to go. So there's still plenty of time to, you know, recover your position, right? So don't worry, just keep doing what you're doing, yeah? Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Remember, my film, according to the poll, is a dull, boring documentary. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at, guys. But again, please ask me as many questions as you like, guys, for the next 40 minutes. Your questions are my fuel. And also, guys, throughout the live stream, if you enjoy the analysis, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash that like button. Right, who else we got? Aya. How the devil are you, Aya? Haven't seen you for ages. Leon, how are your yen trades looking today? So Leon, we were knocked out of our New Zealand yen trade. Okay, well, I'm in a hedge, right? Let's go to New Zealand yen. So this is where I was yesterday, guys. So as you know from my trade ideas from yesterday, I was looking to buy New Zealand yen, just back up to this level here. And again, guys, right, whether your trade is successful or not, right, is irrelevant. Yeah, I know that may seem strange to say, but it is. All you can do is follow your plan, right? And let's spend a bit of time on this, right? Because on the daily chart, right, please bear in mind we were at this stage. When I was looking at the market, we were at this stage, right? In an uptrend, at the bottom of a range, and I just want to take it to the top of the range, right? Uptrend, stroke range, moving average 20 catching up, right? Like I said, I will buy that on the daily chart, right? Well, not buy on the daily chart. That's my daily direction. And then when I went down, let's get out of this now. And then when I got to the H4, right, as you can see, if we go back here to about here, all I was looking to do was just follow H4 trend. So exactly how I've explained US dollar Swiss franc literally 5 minutes ago, it is just rinse and repeat, right? Daily trend was telling me to buy, okay? And we were in a H4 uptrend, clearly, right? And I started entering in here, put my stop below here, below the last swing low, right? Not rocket science. And the idea was to come back up to here, right? But so I want to focus on this, guys. So whether US dollar Swiss franc works out or not, we will see. New Zealand yen, whether this didn't work out, and we know, and we can play this along shortly. But what I want to do is just pause where I entered, right? it's my plan. I follow it, and it ticked all of the boxes, right? So if I was to give myself a mark, I would give myself 10 out of 10 for this trade, right? And I'm talking about the trade and my performance. I would give myself 10 out of 10. Yeah. I followed my plan. My money and risk management was in place, right? This was 1%. Yeah. And when I took the trade from a psychological point of view, I was absolutely fine. Yeah. There was nothing going on. I was calm. I was relaxed. Yeah. And I entered the trade. So I was happy with the trade. Now, if we play it along, we know that my trade got stopped out, right? And it wasn't helped by New Zealand CPI data, right, that come out as well. But, losing trade, but traded my system. All right. So, yeah. And now the only yen pair I am interested in is Canadian dollar yen, right? This is the only one I'm interested in today. Let me just check my trade ideas. Yeah, Canadian dollar yen. If we come out of this now, and like I say, guys, I'm just waiting for this pair to show me that it's back into a H4 trend. And for that to happen, I would need a break of this level here. So again, we'll see. All right, guys. So yeah, you shouldn't. I've been very serious on today's stream. There's been no jokes, nothing. It's going to be a very serious stream. But the point here is it doesn't matter if you win, lose, or draw with your trade, right? You just trade your system. So you should never beat yourself up if you have a losing trade and you followed your plan. Right? You should never beat yourself up, really. But the only time I ever get, my psychology gets involved is when I don't follow my plan. If I follow my plan, I'm just calm. There's no drama. It's just chilled, right? But as soon as I, do an entry that wasn't part of my strategy, increase risk a little bit, right? I'm psychologically not ready to trade, right? They're all errors. Yeah, don't do them. But losing trades, you can't help, guys. You're going to have them. Okay, so just follow your system religiously, right, and see where you are at the end of the month. Yeah, you're going to have losing trades. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Okay, got another question here from Leon about the moving average that I use. So yeah, is there a difference between moving average 20 and weighted moving average? No. You've got exponential moving average, you've got simple moving average, weighted moving average, but it's, this is the simple moving average 20, right? And if it was the exponential, it might be something like that. Yeah, or the weighted might be something like that. It will be minimal difference, right? So you can use any of them really, right? But I use the simple moving average because the name of our channel is Simply Forex. That's not the reason, but there was some nice synergy there. Right, guys, what else? Yassine, hey, Tom, I'm trading crypto. The problem is that when the market is ranging, there will be no setup for a long time. Is it a good idea to start trading Forex too to get more opportunities? In a word, Yassine, yes. Right. So this is another interesting question. I'm enjoying the questions today, guys. Right. So Yassine's asking, right? He's or she, sorry, I do not know. They are asking about trading crypto. And they're not getting many setups, right? A lot of the time the market ranges, right? So should I look at Forex too? And my answer would be yes, right? So because first of all, the thing with crypto, I would argue you can't even be a technical trader with Bitcoin, right? I'm a technical trader, right? And the Forex markets gives me many technical setups, right? Whereas crypto is just so news based, right? This is all news here, right? Or something's happened down here, okay? Now, what happens with crypto is it's yeah, like I say, it's so susceptible to fundamentals, and you would argue that all currencies are susceptible to fundamentals, and yet I agree. But the things with pound, for example, you're looking at interest rates, you're looking at CPI, you're looking at employment data, right, etc., etc. And we know when these bits of news are released, you know, this type of thing. Okay. Now, Bitcoin news is sort of spare of the moment, right? A South American country has started accepting crypto as payment, or China is you know, using crypto now, or the SEC has you know, put some sanctions on Bitcoin or something. It's news that comes out of nowhere, right? And Bitcoin moves as a result. So for that reason, it's very difficult to trade Bitcoin from a technical point of view. Now, with regard, you know, so for me, guys, every morning I look at 28 currency pairs, right? You can see here, I start with Aussie dollar CAD and I come all the way down to silver, right? And I trade everything in between, right? I keep an eye on gold, silver, I keep an eye on oil and the indices as well. I have Bitcoin here, but I don't trade it really, okay? Now, because of that, you're going to find, right, it depends on your strategy, but because you're looking at 28 currency pairs, obviously you're going to find more setups, okay? Now, I apply a daily filter to all of my trades. Okay, so sorry, to all of my analysis in the morning. So what starts off with 28 currency pairs, right? Once I've done my analysis, it only really means I'll have 4 or 5 trades pairs that I can trade, right? And I'll take a look at those. And that's it really. So I don't trade 28 currency pairs. I do my analysis and I end up trading 5 or 6 pairs potentially, and then out of those 5 or 6 I might only get 1 or 2 setups, right? So yes, Yassine, I would look at more markets. It will give you more setups. So yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Offman, hi. Michael, hi. Okay, I has got an interesting question here. Rich Paul, what's up? Okay, we've got some more questions coming in, guys. Right, before we do, guys, if I can ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. While you smash the like button, I'm going to drink Evian, which is really vodka. Nothing like hearing me gulp down the mic. And also, guys, what I want to point out today is, right, so I know a lot of you use prop firms, yeah, to get funding. And as we know, it's a great way to get funding, right? You can pay a little amount of money and get, you know, a large amount of money to trade with, right? And obviously there's restrictions to trading, yeah? If I was giving people this money, I would put restrictions in, right? But right now, guys, yeah, we have partnered up with Blueberry Funded, okay? And these are part of Blueberry Markets. So it's a prop firm supported by a broker. Okay, and this is super important for us. This is why we partnered with them at Simply Forex, right? And right now, guys, if you want any of their prop challenges and you want to receive funding, you can get 25% off right now. Yeah, if you look above my head, guys, if you just use code Simply25, use our affiliate link, you will get 25% off. We're not sure how long we can keep it at 25%, guys. So it's a case of first come, first serve, right? So if you're looking for a prop firm right now, check that out. Right, Aya's got a question here for me. Also, guys, please don't forget to join our trading community, our free Discord. And also, guys, don't forget to join our VIP Trading Academy, where we give you all of my strategies and tutorials and trade signals. All right, check it all out, guys. Right, Aya, hi, Tom. If you had to start trading again with zero capital, what will be the main thing you focus on to build your capital? So, good question, Aya, right? So, obviously, things would be a lot easier, right? So if I was to start trading tomorrow, assuming I know what I know now, then obviously my system wouldn't change, right? It'll all be based on price action, right? Daily and weekly are giving me my direction from which I can trade. And then H4, H1 I use for entries, right? And I'm using price action to make those decisions, right? That would not change. The only indicator I would have would be the moving average 20 as well, like my chart is now. That's all I would have from a strategy point of view. Now, let's say I had $1,000, right? So, to do 1%, right, is $10. Okay. So it would be very difficult to grow $1,000 account, right, using 1% risk. So if I only had $1,000, I would perhaps start, and I have a proven strategy. This is very important. I would perhaps look at 2% risk, 3% risk, just to speed the process up of growing the account. Okay. Or alternatively, I would seek capital from a prop firm or even a private individual, right? If I showed them how well I traded and the results, I could perhaps track investment elsewhere. But in this situation, a prop firm would be a really good way to go. All right, and like I say, guys, Blueberry funded 25% off right now. But from a strategy point of view, nothing would change. So yeah, what else? Yeah, nothing else would change. I would just be a bit more aggressive with risks so I could grow the account, unless I had a prop firm challenge and a large amount of money from the prop firm. Right. Who else is in the house? Wesley, would you say that the dollar index could go down? Thanks. Okay, let's take a look at that question. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Okay, so if you looked at the weekly chart, right? So let's do a top-down approach, guys, like I always do. Right? Let's have a look at the weekly chart. Now, there's a bit of contradiction with the dollar, right? For example, I would buy Aussie dollar, US dollar, and I would buy Aussie dollar, US dollar, and I would buy US dollar, Swiss franc. So that goes to show the contradiction. And you can see that in this price action on the weekly, right? So this was in this uptrend. Yeah, I'm even going to say there. And then we were in a downtrend. This is a key support level, right? And there's no wonder it's a key support level at this huge psychological level. 100 flat is a key psychological level. And look how price has reacted at that level, okay? So it was a key support level. And then just look at the weekly candle we got, right? Super bullish. But that was followed by a bearish candle. So we're in a weekly uptrend right now, but we've got a weekly bearish candle, right? At a resistance level and at the moving average 20. So again, there's contradiction here, right? Let's go to the day chart to try and make a bit more sense of this. Now, this is clearly in an uptrend, right? Clearly, okay. So you can see here we're here basically, right? We're in an uptrend. Yeah, we was in an uptrend as soon as we broke these highs in here, and we're a little bit overbought or overextended, whatever term you want to use, right? It's a little bit overextended, but it's very bullish, right? So I would suggest it comes back down to this level and bounces off, right? And why am I saying this? Because weekly was very bullish off of this level. We're in a daily uptrend, and this is a key support level, right? The moving average 20 may catch up with this level, and this could be a really nice buying opportunity back up to the next piece of resistance, right? So in the short term, we might see a bit of dollar weakness, only to find dollar buyers in here and some dollar strength. Okay, so we shall see. But what I'd want to see, guys, is this, right? Price goes up, and then we sort of get a nice bullish candle like this, moving average 20 catches up, and then we can start buying, right? That would be a good idea for this trade. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with the dollar index. Could it go down? Yes, of course it could, but I wouldn't be interested in selling this. Yeah, because it's in an uptrend. I would wait for a retrace to buy it. Right, just go with trend. Yeah. Right, what else are we looking at? McFlave, what's the lowest time frame that you'll use before entering a trade and while you're in it? So I have gone down to the M15, right, to look for a structure break, just as another piece of confluence. But still, it's the higher time frames guiding that trade, right? An M15 structure break was just another piece of confluence, right? And I don't do that often, seldom, okay? And then while I'm in a trade, things change, right? Because when I'm in a trade, I'm managing the trade, right? And managing a trade is really when the skill comes in as a trader. And for that, I would probably just keep looking at H4 because I don't want too much noise, right? When I'm in a trade, I want to be with H4 trend, right? And as long as I am with H4 trend and I'm not seeing super, I'm in an uptrend and I'm not seeing super bearish candles, then I'm happy to continue with that H4 trend. Now, visually, the H4 is just not noisy, right? It's visually very nice and calm. Yeah. Remember, be the tortoise, not the hare. And so I wouldn't go to lower time frames. I would look at the H4 if that was my entry time frame, or I would only look at the H1 if that was my entry time frame. Because I don't want any noise. I would definitely not go and look at the M15. Not interested. Too much noise. Because I don't want some silly breakdown in M15 structure to kick me out of a trade, right? But I will use it to help me enter a trade. I hope that makes sense, right? Because it's almost a different mindset there. Let me just have a drink of water. Yeah, there's a different mindset. When I'm entering a trade, it's very, pragmatic, methodical, and I just trade my plan. Once I'm in a trade, things are more fluid and I have to change with the market, right? So that's the mindset changes. And therefore, I don't want anything to mess with that fluidity. So going down to lower time frames would play with my mind a bit, right? I hope that makes sense. So it's important to distinguish between that. Like I say, guys, it's a very serious live stream today. Right, what else we got? Prathish, hello, Mr. Wonder Woman. Thank you, Prathish. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I wish I was married to, well, I am, let me just get this clear, just in case the wife is listening in and she'll beat me later. I am married to Mrs. Wonder Woman. But Gal Gadot, who is actually Mrs. Wonder Woman, I would, I think I have some allowance there. Probably not. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't, but yeah. Anyway, before I dig a hole any deeper, let's carry on. Heath, afternoon. How are you? Jean-Marc Flukiga. What should we do with silver again? Okay, we can take a look at that. Primes, how are you? Himanshu, how are we, guys? What should we do with silver again? Let's take a look. Silver's tricky because of this, right? So everything on the weekly chart is telling us to buy silver, right? Everything, yeah? Uptrend, higher lows, right? Higher highs in an uptrend. And look at that push off of this level. What was once resistance becomes support. So everything's telling me to buy it, but do not buy into resistance. Simple as that, right? There is resistance in here. Do I want to buy into that? No, right? If there was no resistance here, I would be all over this price action and I would be buying it. But just to get something clear here, guys, right? If either of these scenarios happen, I know that I won't have a trade for some time. Okay? Like if we're in an uptrend and we reach resistance, I know I'm not going to have a trade for some time. Okay? And the opposite is true in a downtrend. If we're in a downtrend and we're at support, I know I'm not going to have a trade for some time with that pair as well. And this is generally the day chart or even the weekly, right? This will tell me that I just won't have a trade for some time because I want to buy the uptrend, but I will not buy into resistance, and I want to sell the downtrend, and I will not sell into support. Don't do that. That's what crazy people do. And although I am crazy, I will never do that, right? I'm just not interested in buying into resistance or support. So no trade, Jean, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, so Leon took the same trade, New Zealand yen. Yeah, you're going to have losing trades. Leon can't be helped as long as you entered according to your plan. What else are we looking at? Primes. So Primes has got a question here. Tom, how many pips would you give your stop loss from entry? So let's look at a trade that I'm in, right? I am in US dollar Swiss franc. Okay. And I was entering from around here. Okay. Now, generally speaking, I'm entering on the H4, right? And H4 is clearly in an uptrend, right? If not a bit of a range. Okay. But we're clearly getting higher highs, yeah, and higher lows. These lows have held, right? So I'm in an uptrend and I have bought US dollar Swiss franc earlier on today. So I'm in a buy trade here. Now, I want to put my stop loss below the last swing low. And this, when I'm buying, right? The opposite is true in a downtrend. I want to put my stop above the swing high. So I want to put my stop loss below here. Now, how far do I go below here? So there's a few things I take into account, right? So first of all, I'm also looking for big psychological numbers. Okay, and this big psychological number is this, right? So is 0.86 thousand, right? And this low is a 8606. So if this is at 8606, I wouldn't put my stop loss at 86,000, knowing that this is a big psychological level. So my stop loss is even lower than that. I'm at 8594. So I'm down here because of this big psychological number as well. So you need to take into account the last swing low or high, where the moving average 20 is, right? Because I want my stop loss to be below the moving average 20. And thirdly, I'm looking at psychological numbers where price could react. Because very, very likely this could happen, right? You get a big wick that comes down here, touches the 06,000 level, and then you get a green candle that does this. That has held onto this last low. That is not a structure break. We've got a nice bullish wick that's held onto that last low. That would be an excellent buying opportunity. Now, if you put your stop a bit tight, you're out of this trade, right? So give it a bit of room and take into account those three factors that I just said. All right, you need to give your trade a bit of room. You know, how many times do we get wicked out of trades if things are too tight? You know, this one, for example, right? Let's say you really like these last lows in here and you started buying in here, right? You probably got wicked out only for price to carry on. So give your trade a bit of room, right? So yeah, hope that helps. Primes, Optimus Primes. What else are we looking at? Guys, let me just mention this. I know some of you trade prop firms, looking for prop firm challenges because they're a great way to raise capital, guys. And if you're in that boat, maybe you're a new trader and you want to raise capital, then look no further than Blueberry Funded above my head. They are a prop firm supported by an a global broker, guys, right? They're not going anywhere, okay? And right now you can get 25% off any prop firm challenge right now, guys. And we're not sure how long this promotion will last, 25% off. So take advantage of it now if you're looking for funding, guys. Right, what else are we looking at? What else we look at? So should we? Okay, Himanshu, should we long the Dow Jones right now? Okay, let's take a look. Himanshu, a regular to the show. I always see your name pop up. Welcome back to the live stream. So this is the thing with the indices, right? Now, if you looked at the weekly chart, right, it's in an uptrend. And last week's candle is super bullish, right? But on this channel, I talk a lot about value. And if you start buying up here, there's no value, right? I would want to see price retrace, maybe even into this level here, moving average 20 catches up. Then I would start buying, right? In here, there is V for value. Up here, there is no value whatsoever. And you must trade from areas of value. If you don't, you're going to find trading very difficult, right? Because you're constantly going to be in drawdown. So there's my first point on the weekly. We want to buy it, but there's just no value, okay? Now, if we look at the day chart, I would not be buying again, right? Again, let's look at trend first of all, right? You can clearly see where it's kind of in this sideways action and then bang, right? Clearly see we're in an uptrend, right? And we got bullish, 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 right? Things are super bullish. And this is not overextended, right? Look where the moving average 20 is. This is not overextended here. So we could buy it, right? But do you want to buy a candle like that? Right? The answer is no. Yeah, I don't want to buy that candle. So what I might do, maybe price comes down a little bit further And then I'm just going to wait for a, not even a super bullish candle, but maybe a candle with a little bit of a wick, something like this at this level. Yeah, I'm going to wait for that to happen because this candle suggests we've got a bit more room to retrace. So let it. Don't be in a rush to buy this indice. Let it come down. Let it come down, form a bullish candle, you know, and then we can start buying the Dow Jones, right? Let's also take a quick look at H4. Now, H4 is still intact, right? So if we just look at H4 trend, this is where we're at. And this low hasn't broken, right? So we're still in a H4 uptrend. But again, look at these candles. Look at that wick. Look at this candle. And then these candles have just done nothing, right? This suggests we're going to get a bit more of a move down, okay? And then let price build back up. And then we can get in here or, you know, something like that, okay? So I want to buy the Dow Jones, but not now would be my answer. Right. Okay, so we've got a question here. Do I need to use the link for the promo, or can I just use the code simply25? So we've got both, guys. We have an affiliate we have an affiliate link you can use, right? Which will give you you still need to put the code in, or you can just put in simply25 and you will get the 25% discount anyway. Yeah, that code is, you know, specific to us because we have a partnership with them. All right, guys, and we try to offer you value, you know, with the partnerships we create. So hope it helps. Hope you take advantage of it. What else are we looking at? Right, what else are we looking at, guys? I'm just trying to. So Niraj has got a question. Hi, Tom. Where are the rules for Blueberry funding? So if you just go to the Blueberry funded website, you will see all of their challenges on there, right? You'll have the criteria of each challenge. You'll have how much the challenge costs. And then when you check out, just use code simply25 and hey presto, 25% off. All right, so check it out. What else are we looking at? Okay, so we've got, so Leon saying, you said you would buy Aussie dollar, US dollar. It seems to be in a H4 downtrend. I'm talking with regards to the daily and weekly, really, right? So, so a couple of things have to happen, right? If we look at the weekly, right? We're in an uptrend. And price had retraced to a really nice area of support. Okay. So a day ago, I would have bought this. Okay. Back up to here. Right. Now, I mean, just look at this wick pinging off this level. Right. That suggests it wants to come back up. Now, if we look at the day chart, I would not be interested if we break these lows, right? I wanted to see something like this, right? And then we get a break of this level, right? Retrace, and then we come back up because I really like the level for buying. Now, it doesn't mean I'll automatically buy. I still need certain things to happen in the market, right? And that's what I wanted to see happen. If this candle finishes like this, I'm not interested, and chances are it will want to come back down to this level. Okay, so today's candle will be an interesting one with Aussie dollar, US dollar, right? You might even get a wick that closes back in. If so, still interested in buys. But if you get a candle that ends up looking like this, not interested in buys. In fact, I'd be looking for sells back down to here. So it's all about this level here. All right, guys. And yeah, if I could please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, take advantage of the Blueberry funded promotion, guys. Thank you very much for all of your questions. Really enjoyed your questions today, guys. And please come and join me same time again tomorrow, 8 a.m. New York EST. I'll see you then, guys.